Alright, what's good homies, welcome back to the final career video playing as the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs. We've still got the international season to go, but this will be our last Bulldogs game in the grand final, taking on the Broncos. They finished the regular season in 5th and we're heading into the finals on a 5-game winning streak. As we get into the game here, looking at both lineups, there's a bit of a shuffle in the back line. Brett Morris is back on the wing to partner Josh Morris in the centres, forcing Hopper onto the other wing to partner Curtis Rona in the centres, and pushing Rapana to fullback. As for the Broncos, it's a pretty stock standard squad. They've got one new buy and he's on the bench, Robert Louis. So this is it. First place 5th in the grand final. Judging by the Broncos form heading into and during the finals, I was expecting a pretty good game. Like I was saying earlier, the Broncos are on a bit of a streak heading into this game, as are we, winning like 10 games or so. As we get into the game here, starting off in possession, and pass to Mbai, inside to Tolman, and both players are wrapped up fairly quickly. Second tackle here, Lucian from dummy half, goes wide to Jackson, and he's stopped on the 30. Third tackle, Lucian at dummy half, looks for the line, inside the 40, and we're going to get the 40-20, a beautiful kick. Back with Reynolds here to take the tap. We go wide to Graham to take it to the line. Third tackle, inside the 10, we pass to Mbai, short ball at Rapana, as he drives towards the try line. Third tackle with space on the right. Alessia to Graham, 1-1 off Boyd, and he's going to ground the ball here, opening the scoring. Lazy defense by the Broncos around the ruck, and Graham's going to score the first try for us. With Mbai to convert, and we go up by 6 points. Back in attack, taking the tap off a penalty. We go short to Eastwood, gets past one and he's wrapped up outside their 30. First tackle here. Alessia takes it from dummy half, passes to Rapana. A switch of play back inside for Mbai as we exploit their ruck defense once again. Gets past the fullback and is wrapped up inside their 10. Fifth and last here, 31 meters gained. We look for Mbai and he's going to put up the high ball for Hopoati. 1-1 off Darius Boyd here, and he gets the jump over Boyd, scoring our second try of the game. Mbai from the sideline puts us up by 12. Now if you look to the bottom right or the bottom mid, I'm not too sure where I'm going to place it. That's where I'll be displaying the replays. Anyway, we're back in attack here. Second tackle, looking to attack the short side of the overlap. Pass to Josh Morris, out to Brett Morris, and he's going to... I'm not too sure what actually happened there, but we turned the ball over inside our 10. Or just outside our 10, as they spread it on the first. Out to Milford, who gets the legs pumping towards the try line. I'll quick play the ball and they go short to Gillette, who gets tackled. He's on a drive towards the end goal and score their first try of the game. Ben Hunt to convert, and he puts them within 6. Back with Brisbane in attack here, as they go to Arrow to Blair, and a nice hit on Blair, inside their 20. Third tackle and they go long to Roberts, gets around 1. Gets around 2, wrapped up by Hopper, but he actually shrugs him off to beat 3 defenders, probably 3 of our best defenders. Massive run by Roberts as he goes all the way, 70 plus meters for that try, also beating 3 of our best defenders in the process. A bit of speed and agility, and displaying a bit of power. Back with Brisbane in attack here, as they throw a sneaky short ball to Milford. Almost gets away there, but we wrap him up inside their 40. Second tackle, they pass to Boyd, he looks to go long and it's intercepted by Reynolds, and as he was catching it, gets smashed in the tackle there. A predictable pass by Boyd, but Reynolds was wide open to get snapped in half. Fifth and last off, no one standing deep enough to put a kick through. They actually give a penalty away and let us off the hook there. With 7 minutes to go, we decide not to take the 2 points and go for 6. And as you can see here, it doesn't work out for us. We kick it out on the full. So after that failed attack, Brisbane are back with the ball as they throw it around to Milford, and he's wrapped up about 35 out. Second tackle here, they go wide to Hunt, and I wasn't expecting this, but they take the 1-pointer. Of all games I've played this season and last season, that's probably the first time the computer took the 1 point, so you could kind of understand why I was caught off guard a little bit. As we take a look at the halftime stats here, as far as match stats go, we were dominating, but every chance Brisbane had they took, and they were successful in scoring points. As we get into the second half here, Seguiaro's on at dummy half, goes short to Cassiano, and he just takes the tackle there, about 26 meters out. Second tackle, we go wide to Mbai, he goes wide to Rona. Eastwood on the wrap creates the overlap, 1-on-1 Hopper and Boyd, and we fake him out there, shaping up to go inside but step and go out. Mbai converts from the sideline and we go up by 5 points. It was a pretty decent try. It looks somewhat structured. As we continue to attack here on the third, a long ball to Eastwood, then a drawing pass to Rona puts him in space. And he's wrapped up by Boyd just before halfway. Fourth tackle here we go to Reynolds. He goes wide to Eastwood. Drawing pass out to the wing, Hopuari. Looks for a punt back in field and it looks good here. With Rona chasing, but he doesn't dive on it. I'm pretty sure he had enough time to dive on it, but for some reason he just stared at the ball like a gimp. That was so frustrating. That arguably could have been the best try of the season, in my opinion. As we look for a 40-20 here, and it's a beautiful strike by Mbai. Inside the final 10. First tackle, we go to Tolman and he takes it to the line. Second tackle here. Short ball to Westerman. Back inside for Mbai and he's going to drive towards the line, scoring our 4th try of the game, with Mbai to convert and to pretty much secure our 2nd premiership in a row with the Bulldogs. 4 minutes remaining, but this is the last play of the game. It's a weird old pass, goes to Rona, out to Hopper on the wing, fends past one, and we're going to look to kick in field once again, trying to recreate that near try that we almost scored before, but we don't get it. We do get the repeat set, but that's going to be the game. Full time here at ANZ, 24 points to 13. We officially completed our goal to go back to back with the Bulldogs. It's been a great series as the Bulldogs. We still got the international season to go after this, but I'm still not sure who I'm going to play off next in career mode. But leave a comment on who you think I should play as next, and yeah, that's going to be the series. As we look at the full time stats here, Mbai picks up man of the match, and as always, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one.
Yeah, bro. I could get you more,